Welcome back to the main events of Italian diplomatic activity abroad. Today, at last, the condition exists for a Gaza freed from the nightmare of Hamas and provisionally placed under international control with the active participation of Islamic countries. All this with the prospect of achieving a real democratic and peaceful Palestinian state. Foreign Minister Tajani made this statement on 15th of October in an urgent briefing to the Chamber of Deputies and the Senate regarding the historic peace agreement between Israel and Hamas, developed by US President Trump with the support of the leaders of Qatar, Egypt and Turkey, and signed on 13th of October in Sharm el-Sheikh. The recognition of the State of Palestine, once conditions allow, is now closer, Tajani continued, highlighting Italy's role. Later, the same day, the foreign minister chaired a government meeting at Palazzo Chigi to take stock of the reconstruction of Gaza. Meanwhile, the president of the Council, Meloni, took part at Rome's National Gallery of Modern Art in the sessions of the Aqaba Process, a forum created in 2015 by Jordan's King Abdullah II to strengthen counter-terrorism efforts and hosted from the first time by Italy. This session focused on West Africa. On the sidelines, the Prime Minister held a bilateral meeting with King Abdullah of Jordan. And on 16th of October in Naples, during the Mediterranean Dialogues, MED Dialogues, organized by the Foreign Ministry in cooperation with ISP Minister Tajani, held two meetings, one with Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Sa'ar and another with the Palestinian Minister of Foreign Affairs, Bassem Hagabekian. He expressed to both his gratitude for their participation in the MED. The event at Palazzo Reale in Naples is the first after the ceasefire to host both the Israeli and Palestinian ministers in the same setting, confirming Italy's commitment to supporting dialogue among Mediterranean peoples. On 13th of October, Minister Tajani met at the Farnesina with Canada's Minister of International Trade, Maninder Sidhu, in Italy to lead his first commercial mission to Europe, which includes around 80 Canadian companies, with meetings scheduled with Italian firms in Rome and Milan. The discussion confirmed the excellent state of economic relations between Rome and Ottawa. Canada is a priority country in Italy's export plan, with trade exceeding 9 billion euros in 2014, up 12%. 5 years after its last mandate, Italy returns as a voting member of the United Nations Human Rights Council, HRC, reaffirming its role in the universal defense of human rights. On 14th of October, the UN General Assembly confirmed Italy's candidacy with 179 votes. Foreign Minister Tajani welcomed this strong show of international confidence. Italy's action at the HRC will focus on protecting the rights of children, the elderly, and people with disabilities, defending freedom of expression and religion, combating all forms of discrimination, and safeguarding cultural and religious heritage. This is in addition to the Italian diplomacy's long-standing priority, the universal moratorium on the death penalty, a first step towards its complete abolition. On 15 of October, Deputy Foreign Minister Edmondo Cirielli, responsible for development cooperation, spoke at the first international conference on green cities, held in Rome and organized by FAO and government. The summit reviewed the Green Cities initiative launched by FAO in 2020 to promote sustainable regeneration in 1,000 cities worldwide. In this framework, Italian cooperation is financing the project Green City in Action for Africa, with 2.7 million euros supporting 10 African cities in 5 countries: Algeria, Côte d'Ivoire, Kenya, Mozambique and Uganda. Consulate General of Italy in Miami and the Foreign Ministry are following the case of another Italian citizen detained at the Alligator Alcatraz facility, recently named Florida Soft Side South Center. The man was arrested on 16 of September as part of criminal proceeding opened against him on 16 of April 2025. Officials were able to contact him in recent days. The consulate has also been in touch with IC, Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers, who reported the imminent transfer of the Italian national to the Bakersfield facility in California. On 15th of November, the Consulate General of Italy and the Italian Cultural Institute in Melbourne hosted the event Women of Sicily, celebration of the centenary of the birth of Andrea Camilleri, in collaboration with the University of Melbourne. The initiative forms part of the celebrations for the 25th edition of the Week of the Italian Language in the World, promoted by the Italian Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation from 13th to 19th of October under the high patronage of the President of the Republic and dedicated this year to the theme Italophonia, Language Beyond Borders. And that's all for now. Thanks for your attention and stay tuned!